Hello, this is a short video to run through a set of validation dashboards using Power BI to interrogate data originating from native Revit files. We have just completed our first version of the report, which has been tested for functionality and efficiency, and I'm pleased to say that the process of generating a new report is quick and seamless, taking an average of 30 to 60 minutes, including prepping the Revit files. The report is structured so that it can be replicated on any project and any data drop with minimal effort. Before I delve into the report, I'd like to compliment the design teams, contractor and information manager on this project for the quality of their dataset. The validation template is set up to use a minimal number of datasets, including our information requirements, displaying the list of required parameters for objects against their NRM category at level 3, coded with the RIBA stage in which they are required. We then validate the information against our list of maintainable assets and systems, aligned to NRM 3, which is geared towards maintenance, and also aligned to the SFG 20 standard for planned preventative maintenance introduced by the BESA. The Power BI report itself is routed to a directory containing our requirement files, Revit models datasets, the Revit models themselves, and the Revit validation template to which we link all discipline models. The file path types for the linked models is set to relative so that all new reports feed from the latest uploaded models without the need to reload them each time. For the model datasets, we use a combination of tools allowing us to swiftly export model data, including our required datasets and other key Revit data such as worksets, phase, originator, OST category, family and type. There is a limit to the Revit data that can be exported to Excel, and for this purpose we have split the export in several datasets. Other means for exporting datasets are available, such as the use of Dynamo, which is a part of the next phase of development of the report. On the homepage of the report we have shortlisted several key findings, such as assets, system objects and rooms count, as well as the % compliance against our requirements. The report can be filtered by model, so by just selecting any of the models in the bottom left corner, and I'll select the architect's model for this example, we can then interrogate this model further, and we can see that we have 3,500 objects, out of which we consider 276 to be assets. We can then use the donut chart in the middle to further filter the report by the NRM level 3 category. So for this example, I'll select 2.8.1 internal door, and underneath we can see the list of objects within this category and this model. And in this case, we can see we have 202 doors altogether. We then look at data flow across all model objects, starting with the model name, to then group the objects by their OST Revit category to the right, to then split them by their NRM category at level 1, then at level 3, and then at level 4-5. And finally, the model objects are grouped by their asset status into non-maintainable assets, assets, and systems. The diagram is interactive, so by tapping on any of the bars, we can see the number of objects within. So tapping onto No for non-maintainable assets, I can see that we have 12,809 non-maintainable assets. We then look at classification compliance, as our data requirements are based on the model object's classification code. We look for blanks, dashes, or other gaps in the data. We look at the most frequently used parameter values. We also look at date parameters and whether their format is correct. We then look at yes/no parameters, as well as dimension parameters. Regardless of asset status, we require 4 key parameters on all model objects, such as name, description and classification, and on this dashboard we look for this data. We also look at data for system objects and rooms. In summary of this presentation, the report uses various functionality which Power BI offers. We use the query editor to structure data sufficiently to then pivot and filter the report with a combination of calculated tables, columns and measures such as relate to interrogate data across multiple sets. Generating a new report as such is a swift and efficient process, and so is using this report and dashboards. Thank you for watching.